So if you have filled all of these details, the next thing you want to do is to click, you can say, okay, I want you to go to a particular email, is to click on the install button. So once you click on that, it's going to, within seconds, install WordPress. So we've installed WordPress before, so this is another chance for you to understand that if you want to install WordPress on your cPanel, you log on to your cPanel account, you go to Softaculous, and once you click on your WordPress icon, you get to this page, you click on install, you fill up all the details, be careful about what you fill, then you click the install button. Once you do that, see the direct URL of our installation. So our installation is a very straightforward, blank, simple site, right? Like we did earlier on when we were creating the blog. And this is the administrative detail. So I installed it on sourtechapps.com/ecommerce. So how do I access my dashboard this way? So how you access your WordPress dashboard is always /wp-admin, right? Which is this. So I will log in, Sourtech eCommerce. Password is did I get that? You see, so that's that loginizer. So that's what the guy is doing. Sourtech eCommerce. Okay, let me try this. This is my last attempt. Let me try it. If it's going to log me out. Okay, I've got the password now. This goes in. Awesome. Yes, I got it. My last attempt. So this is your, of course, this is the latest WordPress version. And I dismiss this. I do some housekeeping. I click on remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this. So everywhere is clean up. I take it back. Now I have a blank stuff. So if you check the tutorial, one of the first things that you are told to do is to make sure that you first install. This is step one. Step one, install Woocommerce. So I go to plugins, add new, and I install. I click on it's loading. So Woocommerce, right? Woocommerce. So this is Woocommerce, 5 million installs. Of course, this is just an estimate. So you have quite more companies using that. So I install, then I activate. So for every plugin you install, you also activate. Okay, so I could as well just install all the plugins I'm going to need at once, or it's going to take me to setting up my page, right? Putting my address. See, that's what it's doing now. That's the guide. So once you install, right, you put WooCommerce, activate it. Once you install and activate, it brings you to the setup. So I go back to my setup. My address is 67 Kano Street. Country, Nigeria, Abuja City, Gariki. Postal code, I think it's 900. Yes. Email address, my email address is wickup@gmail.com. I don't want this, just continue. So I'm setting up the address, no thanks. I'm setting up the address that people will see once they order. What am I trying to solve? I could say education and learning. Product types, I sell physical products, I sell downloadable products. If I sell subscription or membership or booking. So these are plugins, right? These are plugins. So if you hover around, tap on this thing. Let subscribers subscribe to your product or service and pay on a weekly, monthly, or annual basis, right? So these plugins are plugins owned by Woocommerce, so they are paid, but you can always have free options. But if you want something with all of the details and the features as per the plugin, you could add any of this. But I'm just trying to build a normal e-commerce website. So I'll continue. So how many products do you plan to display? All of these are just optional. I think I can skip this feature. Can I? Currently selling elsewhere. Yes, on that platform. Okay. Just say no so that I'm not bugged with the question. Okay. Add recommended business features to my website. I don't want that. Just continue. Okay, so you see, I'm now being suggested. Some themes are now being suggested to me. So I could build something with this default theme. There are free themes. Some are paid. But like I said in my training, I'm going to give 5 students that acquired their domain name hosting from Saltech and set up their website within a short while, right? I'm going to give them premium themes worth about $60, $70 so that you can build something more powerful. So the premium themes give you more flexibility, make it much more easier for you, give you more functionality, more plugins embedded in the theme, right? So that's the advantage you have when you use a premium theme. But if you use a free theme, you can see achieves good results, but not as a result as you're going to achieve with a paid theme. So you see it's all themes, paid themes, free themes, right? So let's just use a free theme, right? So you can see build nice websites with that. So let's just use the free storefront theme. So I choose, you see, with this live demo, I can see how the website is going to look like. But let me go ahead and install. So you see storefront is installed. Let me continue with my active theme. Good. So if I check this website, this is my URL. If I check it, saltechapps.com/ecommerce, it's going to present a newer view. Are you seeing the view I have now? It's not the view I had earlier on, right? So I have some kind of changes, right? Okay, so I think we're in step, we have a domain name hosting account, we've logged into our cPanel, we've installed WordPress, we've installed Woocommerce. The next thing we want to install is Paystack plugin. I'm going to be using Paystack for this tutorial. So it's telling me to set up payments and the rest. So I could follow this step, I could ignore it. It tells me to add my product. I've added my store details, telling me to add my product, telling me to set up my payments, but I'll skip all of that and just go ahead and install the Paystack plugin. I'll just follow my steps. Add me. So Paystack plugin. So depending on your region, for our students in Asia, our students in Africa, and our students in across the world. So depending on the Paystack. So Paystack Woocommerce payment gateway. So by same person, I'm going to activate. Install and activate. So good enough. So if I'm following my tutorial, you see I fill these details. Okay, it's now time for me to activate those payments. All right. So I think we've passed this step, storefront theme. Okay. So which step do we have next? We've installed Paystack Woocommerce plugin. Next thing is to register on Paystack. I already have an account on Paystack. Let me see if I can log in. So Paystack, PayPal, Flutterwave, to checkout, BitPay if you use Bitcoin, several other payment processors are out there that you can integrate with your website. They fully support WordPress, right? You can integrate their plugin and you could start accepting payments. So question is, what are the fees like if you use Paystack to process your payments, right? Same thing if you use PayPal. If your country accepts PayPal for individuals, PayPal fees, right? So let's look at the fees. If you're in Nigeria, if you're in Ghana, I think if you're in Kenya, if you're in some African countries covered by Paystack, let me see. So they're in South Africa, they're in Accra, they're in Nigeria. So Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa. I think one or two other countries. So depending, for instance, if you collect your money in Naira and somebody's paying you 1,000 Naira, right? Which is about $2-3. So you're going to be paying 1.5% fee. So the max is always, you pay 1% fee plus 100 Naira if it is above 2,000 Naira. So we call those transactions less than 2,000 microtransactions in Paystack. I've been using Paystack and implementing Paystack for the last quite a number of years from the very first beginning. So I've used it for applications, for softwares, for mobile apps, for several kind of things. So they are nice. It's a very robust platform. The fees are considerable. So you have 1.5%, 15 Naira. So what will happen is that if your customer pays with his card and pays this money via your website, they take this 15 Naira, then you get this in your account the next morning. Now, if transaction is 10,000 Naira, you see it's 1.5%, then plus 100 Naira, right? I think 1.5% of 10,000 Naira is 150 plus 100 Naira because it's a macro transaction or it's more than 2,000 Naira or 2.5. I think the micro transaction is 2.5 or 2,000. So now, but the beauty about this is that your fees can never be more than 2,000 Naira. So even if you're collecting 500,000, right, it's going to be capped. It should not exceed. So it's not the more money that you process that you're not going to be billed. So it's capped. Unlike most payment processors that don't cap their commissions. So if it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 million is still capped. If it is 50, 1, 2, 3, 50,000, it just 850, which is very, very considerable. So that's how the pricing is. So I'm going to log in. So you should register an account and have an account here. So they have pricing for Nigeria. Okay, let me go back. I saw something. So they have their pricing for Nigeria. This is their pricing for Nigeria. They have pricing for Ghana and they have pricing for South Africa. So if you're within these three countries, you could use Paystack. If you're in another country, you could just Google and say, okay, let's say payment. Okay, this is for PayPal. So you could say WordPress payment system Zimbabwe or South Africa. So depending on which of them, I've seen it, Zimbabwe's first payment gateway. So receive payments. Most of these payments, our companies definitely are going to have integration for WordPress. So you just integrate their plugin. Once you integrate their plugin, you set it up, and they will always have guides. I'll provide the guides in the link in this video description or in the WhatsApp mentorship group. Okay, so that's about fees. So you need to understand that you're not going to be getting everything. You're going to pay a little token, a little fee. So you see for PayPal, for the different markets, right? Look at Zimbabwe, for Kenya, for what's it called, for South Africa, for China, for different countries, they have a different fee. So you could check that up. Okay, so where am I now? I think I'm trying to log into Paystack. So I just put in my email address and my password. Don't forget, the guy says, go to Paystack, settings, API keys. So think this email is this. I pray I'm in. Good, I'm in. Okay, so you see the account is live. So, and the beauty about Paystack is that you could have several accounts inside one account. Like we have Southern Consult, we have project and research that we use to process payments from our project platform for undergraduates, masters, PhD students, tax research work, and the rest. Then we have the SME Network Foundation. Then we have the softwares, biosoftware.com, we have softwarecoding.com, we have Software Mobile, we have the apps, we have the technology hub. So we have one account and different accounts to manage payments for them. So you could do that all in one place. Now you see some of the payments that has been processed over time. You could export your CSV. You could see all the payments that are made. It's a very robust platform. You could spend time here, but we're trying to integrate. What we're after is to go to settings. Once we've created the account, we'll follow the prompt and set up the account. And I'll put up links to how you can set up account and verify it. So you go to settings, you go to API keys, as the instruction says. So we're in live mode, right? So since I'm in live mode, I will just copy my live public key, right? I will go to my Woocommerce home, right? I'll go to Woocommerce home. Okay, so I want to set up payments. That's what I'm interested in. Paystack, manage. So PayPal, bank, and cash on delivery. So let me integrate Paystack first. The interface is a little bit different from the tutorial because this was done like a few years ago, and this is very, very recent. So I just enable Paystack, right? I can leave this. Test mode, no, I switch to live mode. Pop-up or redirect. Do I want, when somebody tries to pay, I just have a pop-up, or they should be redirected to, let's say, new URL. So I just want a pop-up. Live secret key. Where is it now? I'm going to copy this live public key. I'm gonna put live public key. Then I need my live secret key. So I'm going to pause this video, copy that out. So I've copied my live secret key. I get back here, I drop that. That's all the two guys I need. Autocomplete order. Do I need that? There's an instruction here. If enabled, the order will be marked as complete after successful payments. No, I want to be able to process the order. I want a situation whereby if somebody places an order, I can change the status to pending, shipped, and maybe finally completed or delivered. Do you want to remove the cancel order and restore cart on the pay? So if you remove it, there is this, you have more percent of people are abandoning their cart or cancel their order. So you could remove it or you could leave it. Enable split payment. So this enables you to a situation whereby for every payment you receive from Paystack, for instance, a particular percent goes to marketing or a particular percent goes to maybe something else for that product. So you could enable split and put the sub account code. What's the sub account code? This is it. These are all the accounts, and they all have their code. So you tap on it, pick the code, and you can add it here, right? So what happens is that once the payment comes in now splits, it comes to this main account. Then that percent now enters into the account and you can withdraw. So I don't want that. Okay. I think I could just save changes. So with this, I've successfully implemented Paystack on my website. So settings saved. I could still click on these payments again and implement bank payments. So you see Paystack is implemented. Then the next one is direct bank transfer. I click on setup. So enable bank transfer. Once you enable bank transfer, the next thing you're asking yourself is, this is the title you want to see. This is fine. Instruction: after payment, we will revert and ship order within 24 hours. So you want that the person to see that message. Account name, this is South Tech Ventures.